Be sure to make sure you hit that like button. Be sure to subscribe and make sure you hit that notification bell for all of the content that we have, particularly Super Sundays. All right, guys, sit back, relax, enjoy. Make sure you invite somebody to Sir Hill Speak Super Sundays. We're getting ready to go in. We're going to have a good time. Happy Sunday, everybody. Let's get to the show.
Go beast on them. I go beast. Go deep, I OG on them. Apply pressure, put heat on them. Put that 0 degrees on them. 500 degrees. Go dummy, go beast on them. I go beast. Go deep, I OG on them. Apply pressure, put heat on them. Put that 0 degrees on them. 500 degrees. Down, levitate, going up, elevate. Watch me demonstrate. On time, never late. I grind, celebrate. No pump, fake, hesitate. I've been scoring every day. Champagne, Perrier. Since 9-3, been in the box, now I'm stepping up tone. Like straight out the sand lot, now I'm plotting on the globe. I work hard, I show love. That karma steady growing. Got this far, I go hard. Let God take control. I was starving skinny, now my weight up. Got no energy for haters. See you trying, see you later. I'm shooting for the stars, need no laser beam. Blowing like the greatest, but it's one who's always greater. Yo, go dummy, go beast on them. I go beast, go deep, I OG on them. Apply pressure, put heat on them. Put that 0 degrees on them. 500 degrees. Go dummy, go beast on them. I go beast, go deep, I OG on them. Apply pressure, put heat on them. Put that 0 degrees on them. 500 degrees. Smile good, skin clear. This here my year. Hey, look up here. This here my tier. Same fit 4 days. I grind 4 ways. I play no games. All me, no blame. On the wave, my own wave. Can't stop my shine. In the lane, my own lane. Can't stop my grind. 40 yard in the V12 like 1.5. At 19, I cleared 19 in a month, no lie. Oh God. I was starving skinny, now my weight up. Got no energy for haters. See you trying, see you later. I'm shooting for the stars, need no laser beam. Blowing like the greatest, but it's one who's always greater. Yo. Go dummy, go beast on them. I go beast, go deep, I OG on them. Apply pressure, put heat on them. Put that 0 degrees on them. 500 degrees. Go dummy, go beast on them. I go beast, go deep, I OG on them. Apply pressure, put heat on them. Put that 0 degrees on them. 500 degrees.
Likes up, everybody. The show's getting ready to start.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to another edition of the Lost in Translation podcast. I'll be your host. Welcome to another Super Sunday where we have something very, very special in store. I know it's been a while since y'all seen us. We've been celebrating birthdays and holidays, being with family and friends, just enjoying ourselves, enjoying life. But you know, we had to come on back, y'all, to make sure that we continue the conversation. There's a few things that we're going to talk about tonight. Tonight, we're going to be talking about how to handle manipulation versus inspiration and how we can apply it in our lives, and to make sure that we're not doing underhanded things, and to make sure that we're being the best versions of ourselves and improving those around us. But before we get started today, I'm going to go ahead and recognize a few people in the chat. Lady Navoa, thank you for coming out. We also have Reckless Ray in the building, Jay Rilla, you know what I'm saying? And we also have some special guests in the house too as well. Let me see who else we got in here. We got Cheeky Banner in the house. What's happening? Thank you for coming out. Now, before we get started, I'm going to go ahead and bring everybody out, and I'm going to wish everybody a happy holidays. Glad you guys can come back out. I'm going to go ahead and bring my guest up. You all know him as the Reckless One. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the stage. None other than the one and only Reckless Ray De Niro. Put your hands together for him.
What's good, everybody? How we doing?
What's going on, Ray? Welcome back, sir. How are you today?
Hey, man, better than I deserve. Better than I deserve.
Indeed. Thank you guys for coming out. Thank you for coming out, Ray. It's always on time. Good to see you, brother. Always good to see you. Now we also have a special guest. Y'all might have seen her from time to time on the channel. Also on Humble Dash channel. I wanted y'all to bring y'all to the stage, the one and only Ash. Ash, how goes it? Ash gets sprinkled.
Good. So good. Hi, everybody.
How was your weekend? How was your weekend, Ash?
Oh, the weekend, baby. It ain't over. How about
It ain't over.
It ain't over. It ain't over till I hit the covers.
That's what's up. That's what's up. Well, you know what? I don't know if y'all notice or not, but every time it seems like we have these conversations, man, there's always a problem. You know what I mean? And everybody wants to point the fingers, and nobody really wants to solve the problem. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Normally what happens is that nobody really knows what to do anymore. Back in the day when we came up, Ray, we always knew we were taught how to be gentlemen, man. You know what I'm saying? Open the car doors for the ladies. You know what I'm saying? Make sure they walk on the right side of the street. It was kind of ingrained in men on what to do. You know what I'm saying? But for some strange reason on the ladies' end, it's kind of different, you know? And my thing is this: the farther away you get from knowing how to treat a man, the less and less common it becomes. You know what I'm saying? I want us to make sure that we love each other out loud. You know what I'm saying? Like we used to do back in the day. But, you know, we have to make sure we do everything that we have to do. Now, before we get some housekeeping out of the way, man, I just want to check on you, y'all, and make sure everybody's okay. Ray, how was your weekend, sir? All right. What you been up to since the last time we talked, man?
Busy. Just busy, man. We're grinding it out 6 days a week. My portfolio flips in December, so not only have I been putting in 60 hours at my job, probably about, I'd say, 15 to 20 hours on this content creation game. And then I also spent a solid 12 to 14 hours rebuilding a portfolio out with a lot more money than what I'm used to. So
sometimes it be nerve-wracking, man.
Yeah, man. I mean, the bigger the numbers are, especially since I'm documenting those builds, it gets a little bit stressful.
Understood. Well, thank you Ray for coming out, man, on some short notice, man. You know how we do.
Oh, you good? We make it work.
Also,
we make it work. Like I said, I got a set amount of time buckets, and I try to make sure that I hit my metrics because that's how I know I'm moving forward. So you're solid.
Right. Appreciate it. Ash, what about you, darling? How's you been? Matter of fact, everybody, this is Ash. She's first time on the show. She probably don't know what to expect.
Oh, I what to expect. This is the second time. Don't do me this.
Second time.
She said, "Don't disrespect me."
Oh my goodness!
I've been over here twice. This is
right.
The second time.
Second time.
Ain't nothing, baby. Just trying to get ready for Christmas. You know, I don't really do Thanksgiving. You know, I told you, on Monday with Home and Dad, baby, it's working. Kids need gifts, and baby, that's what we doing. We on the money train. Exactly. I have a thing going. I got my coworker. She joined in. It's no miss November, no miss December. We not missing no days. We closing out the year. That's how we close it out. We got
get all the monies. Get all the monies.
Baby. No miss, no lates, no miss. You there on time, before time if you can be. Because we got to close out the year too. What people don't understand is come Christmas, you buying the kids these gifts and then going to be tore up in about 24 hours from now. But you still got your regular bills coming in January. No, we're not missing nothing. Nothing but sleep. Right.
You know what? In this game, there's two types of people, man. There's people who point to the problem, and then there's people who solve the problem. I would rather us be the people that solve the problem. Mm-hmm. A lot of times we see guys get on the internet and they complain, and then they got a whole bunch of other guys that point to them, all y'all doing is complaining. Well, these guys have a right to complain because that's their experience. You see what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. And then when guys point to those guys, it's like you ain't helping. You ain't gave these guys no answers, no nothing. Well, tonight, we're going to give some answers. Because one of the things we try to do in Lost in Translation podcast, man, is we try to make things that are not explainable. If you know what I'm saying. Mm-hmm. Those things that we know exist, but we really can't put our finger on. It's like, man, what is that? You know what I'm saying? So tonight we're going to talk about how to motivate, people, and some of the subtle ways that you've probably been manipulated and you didn't even know it. You ain't even know. Ashley, let me ask you, have you ever been manipulated before?
Oh yeah. That's how I got that second child.
So that wasn't fun at all, was it? Well, it probably was, but
The getting was.
The getting was.
The getting is always fine, but
Yeah.
you know. Yeah, I've been manipulated because some people tell you, hey, join this, you gonna get XYZ out of it, and then you looking for the X, the Y, the Z, the 1, 2, 3. You ain't getting nothing. You ain't got nothing but a dream.
Right.
And you do have to watch that, and I think we don't tell our kids to watch people just want to rake you in because they get something on the back end. Like I was, what was it? They was trying to talk me into going to the Army. I'm like, dude, I know you get a kickback for this. Right. Come on, talk to me and let me hear something. Talk to me and let me know what I get besides putting my life on the line. You get what I'm saying? It's just sometimes people we don't even expect it. It'd be family.
Right. But my thing is this: in situations like that, you never, understand how that works. I always tell people, man, when people bring you something, always ask in the back of your mind, what are they getting out of this? You see what I'm saying? And on top of that, what are you getting out of it? Because in manipulation, the problem is that most times the person who's doing the asking is the only person that's getting something out of it, and you're getting the raw end of the deal. You know what I'm saying? So I'm pretty sure you've probably experiencing things like that. Now, on the other hand, I'm pretty sure that there's been situations where we've been inspired, that well, the other person didn't get any benefit out of it. Ray, let me ask you a question. Has there been any situations or times you've been inspired, knowing for what the other person didn't benefit at all? It was strictly for the benefit of you. And how did that make you feel?
Have I been inspired? Absolutely. Yes, I have. Here's the deal. There's no such thing as true inspiration. Nobody does anything just to do it. No one's going to inspire you to be a better person. And then at the end of the day, like if you actually break it down to brass tacks, the reason that people inspire people to be better people is one of two. Actually, there's one primary reason. Not everybody's messed up in the head like me. I enjoy competing and beating people at their best. That's just me, which means that like if I give you financial game so that you know exactly what I'm doing, it's because I believe that I'm going to execute better than you.
Right.
Plain and simple.
Right.
And I enjoy that. I enjoy crushing people. I really do. But the flip side of that is societally is if everyone's like me and I make them better financially, that also makes the society safer for myself and everyone else. So that is a benefit for me.
Right.
So regardless of how it's done, manipulation at the end of the day is always beneficial, or there would be no reason to do it. Like if there was only so many dollars out there and we was actually competing and it was like there was a chance I wasn't going to eat, I wouldn't share any of my content. Honestly, I'd just be like, I'm just going to win. Y'all going to starve. I still win. It's good. But that's not the world that we live in. Like you're going to manipulate somebody out of the last potato. Like
out of survival, you know what I'm saying?
Right. But everything that we're exposed to, whether it's positive or negative or for the good, there's the ideal of altruism. There's no true altruism. There just isn't. There's a benefit to helping poor people because poor people steal shit. Poor people kill people. There's a benefit to helping them. Even though people go, oh, Ray, you took your time and you helped these people that are in a worse situation than you. I don't want to end up having to defend myself against them. Honest to God's truth.
Right.
So
rising tides rise all ships.
Yeah. I mean, so the concept of altruism in that sense is not true, because if you start stripping away the comforts that we have, it goes away. Nobody goes out into a battlefield and goes, I'm going to sacrifice myself so that the enemy can get this territory. No one does that. No one goes, I'm going to go ahead and opt to starve to death, unless you're in a familial unit where it goes, this is better for my legacy, for our genes, that the younger person survives. No one's opting to starve to death to save another household. No one's making that decision ever in history, ever. We got 5,000 years of it. No one does that.
Let me ask you, what happens if somebody turns on you inside your household? You know what I'm saying? We got a video clip that I want to share with you guys on what happens. This is just to give you all a heads up. This is the Joe Smith situation with his wife. And we already know, just to give you all the heads up, Joe Smith was a NBA basketball player. You know what I'm saying? And money kind of tight. and his wife is a how should I say this? An adult entertainer, if you know what I mean. So I'm gonna go ahead and share my screen with you guys, just so you can see an example of what manipulation looks like, and then we're gonna get into some examples of that so people can understand it when they see it. So let me go ahead and share my screen, and we're gonna go get right into it. You can blow up the screen so y'all can see it.
It's too low. You can't hear it.
I took the video down immediately, and then someone snatched it and put it back up. So
Let me increase the volume. Here we go.
Oh yeah, you got to hit that to that 100%.
Yeah. Here we go.
What I didn't like about the video is that it was made public. These issues should have been.
It's still really low.
I mean, honestly, Kevin,
Is it because of your headphones?
Immediately, and then someone snatched it and put it back up. So I don't know.
One of them, but I guess we all contribute to this somehow because we will post it, you know. So I don't know whether or not you deleted the video. I see it on somebody's page. I want to talk about it, and I'm going to react on these types of videos. So maybe we're not helping much when we show these things, but it's up to you first and foremost to not post those things. And once you put them up there, now you have to deal with it. And that's what's happening right now. You're dealing with it, and he has to publicly deal with it. When he tried to talk to you about it, this conversation should have been in the home, but you went public. Why? Why did you say, I want to reveal to the whole world, not just my husband being upset and angry, he's a 6'10" black man. So I'm not only just going to show him being angry, I want the world to know about our issue. And now when the world wants to know about it, it's like you're upset about it. You don't want to talk about it, but you brought this to the world because at that moment you felt like you were right in what you did. Now the world's saying you're wrong, and it's not looking like you thought it would look. They're actually more so understanding what Joe was going through.
Well, then someone needs to help him. Then Shaq, can you get a Papa John's?
Wow. Okay. Kids, that was wrong. Joe. Joe.
What was wrong about that?
Yeah. Ash, we're gonna go with you first. What are your thoughts on this particular situation? Let it sink in. Let it sink in.
I'm glad he didn't slap her. I'm glad he got up and walked away. He didn't choose violence. I'm glad he did that because see, remember what I was talking to you on Humble Dad when we was having this conversation? I said men don't have a safe place to speak and be themselves. This is the BS that I'm talking about. Like, you publicly embarrassed that man, and yet you do it again because his money ain't right. But you was with this man all 10 toes deep when the money right. But you don't see nothing wrong with your behavior. And like God was saying, hey, this should have been handled inside the house. But yet, what she wants some damn attention.
Basically.
Damn, Jada. You spreading it to air. Like, I don't think people understand what privacy is because of these little mini cameras and recorders we got now. Because that man is sitting there hurting because somebody has access. Any old body, not just somebody, any old body has access to what he felt was something private to him when he said, I do. She's not a random. She's his wife, right? She's not a girlfriend. She's the wife. So you have made your body public and you're saying that they're broke publicly. And you continue to, I'd say you should have choked the shit out of her publicly. Yeah. I'm not going to lie to you because at the point as him walking out, what as a man can you say to bring yourself back from there? I'm just saying, what can you say? There's nothing you can say because she just sat there and told you to go to another man for help. And not only to go for help, to go make some damn pizzas. That's what she said. Go make pizzas at Papa John's. And then she put a place to it. Like, really? Baby, how about you sell some of them designers? Huh? But we ain't talking about that. We ain't talking about you apologizing. You don't even see that's why I hate is like, I feel like so many men are with these trophies that have these disrespectful trophies. We'll just put it out there. These disrespectful trophies. And then when the heat gets to the fire. When the fire gets really turned up, they get this. So I mean, you reap what you sow, I guess.
Yeah, my whole thing is she was supposed to be the helpmeet, and she sent somebody else to do the helping. That's what I felt was kind of crazy. Ray, thoughts on the video, sir?
I'm wondering how long we gonna keep defending these simps that came out of this boomer generation of happy wife, happy life. I'm wondering how long, because y'all, I mean, honestly, y'all wonder why nobody listens to you. This is why. This is why. Exactly this. And he chose that woman. That was his castle. He brought the enemy into his castle. And not only that, when she turned on him, he ain't man enough to walk. He won't leave her. He won't go file for paperwork because he probably didn't defend himself. But honestly, bro, if you broke and she making all the money, you might be able to leave with cash and prizes. It's 2023 now. We can do it too. Like there's levels. Is it disrespectful? Absolutely. Is it something that you should never want to see? Absolutely. But this is the reason that the men that you're dealing with now, we're navigating the way that we're navigating, because like we don't have to deal with y'all. We really don't. Like, especially those of us who are getting it. But I'm like, we're always referencing basketball players who usually go from the hood to having money, and we act like that somehow in between those 2 months of transition that they're supposed to navigate differently. He didn't have his finances right. He had access to more money than I do, and apparently I'm probably worth more than this dude is. That's pathetic. Got to the bag, fumbled it, and then, of course, how you start's how you finish. She was in the industry when he met her. He went and found a club thought. He went and sought that out, wanted it, brought it back into his castle, and then when the money's not right, you upset that she went back and regressed to the mean of what she was to begin with when you got her?
Right.
How are we defending this? How is it poor Joe? Like, no, you set yourself up for this, homie. Like, you're going to have to go wander into traffic now and take your L. Like, that's what it is. Because you made this situation based on your decisions. And I'm going to say this for everybody watching this right now. Whatever state you find yourself in relationally, financially, health-wise, you earn that shit based on your decisions. You didn't just wake up like that overnight. You made decisions every step of the way, and every single one of them led you up to where you sitting at in whatever space you in right now. That's the reason I don't let nobody take none of my accomplishments away from me, because I made those happen by being consistent, by being disciplined. Men not being able to walk away from these women, or not being willing to have the hard conversation of, I'm going to protect my assets because I'm doing XYZ and I had this built before you got here. You're not about to mess my bag up beyond a certain level. And it's the level of whatever we built together. Go after that stuff. Fair enough. You're entitled. The work that I did before you got here, no, you're not entitled to that if stuff goes south. And the way that we are navigating with these women, at the end of the day, there's no altruism. The only woman that's going to love you unconditionally is your mama. The only one. You are utility or food to everybody else, regardless of how well they sell you the lie. So the game is find somebody who gonna lie to you good. That's what it is.
The mama might be using them as utility and food too.
100%, but you said out of that woman. She got a different tie to you than some chick down the street.
Yeah, they got a different tie, but shoot, here you go. She's only at practice, baby, just to get some of that practice, because she's what is it? Long-term investment. She's looking for
her husband,
right?
You know what I'm saying,
right? But at least they lying good. But I mean, honestly, the only way that this works, like, you got to understand from the get-go, you are utility, you are food. You are in the game regardless of how well they sell the lie. It is a lie, because everybody has their breaking limit, because people will want to survive a situation. It's ingrained in our DNA. It's what it is. And then we're ingrained to just go die in the situation if we have to. That's what we do. Women do not do that historically. That's the same reason in the military, women ain't on the front line to this day. And there's a bunch of dummies that should be out there catching bullets. And they don't even make them go get shot. Like, what are we talking about? What are we really talking about? Like, once you know what the, I mean, you got to know what once you know what the game is, it's like we can watch these situations play out over and over again. But what happened in reality was you took somebody who he built his skill, but his wealth and the opportunities that he was presented came overnight. The skill was built, but all the stuff that the skill brought him more or less came overnight. And he was not built to handle that. We are not looking at a man who carries himself in his kingship. We are not looking at a man who is confident. Otherwise, she would never, like, bro, any chick that I'm dating that's feeling good enough to sit on a couch like that should already feel good enough to be burned up in a house. Like, that's all I'm saying. I'm like, bro, this whole thing will go up. This whole thing will grow up. That dude's sitting there talking about happy life, happy wife. I'm like, bro, I'll go to jail off this.
I hate that whole
thing. I know, but that's what they grew up in. And that's what they taught their kids. And they're food for these women who are looking for her come up because she had one. And he fumbled the bag. Now she's apparently got her own stuff that she's trying to build, but it ain't enough. Because again, you take two financially illiterate people and put them together, you still gonna have money problems because don't nobody know how to steward the money. Yeah, they ain't treating money right in that house. You know what happens over in that household? Money gets abused. They don't want to be there.
Nope.
That's for real what happens. And now look at them trying to figure out ways to get more money to come in here. The money's going, man, we getting slapped up in that house, man. They tricking it off. Like, we don't want to be in there. So they don't have any. And honestly, as much as his wife's getting tricked around on social media, because she's been doing interviews with anybody who'll fly her out.
Yeah, I noticed that. She's been like on what 20 some odd interviews,
but ain't
going on to embarrass your husband tour.
Oh, you know what I'm saying? She's been giving massages to dude that was talking trash about old boy. Like, it's bad, bro. She out here doing anything for some change, bro. Like, but here's the thing though. Ain't nobody about to wife her up and bring her into their castle. It's a known that she a liability. And that she gonna wreck you in the process when she feeling some type of way, because that woman has never been told no until the money ran out. And now she's navigating as such. Like, I'm gonna do whatever. I'm gonna go on here. I'm gonna embarrass this man for clout repeatedly. I'm gonna go ahead and destroy this man repeatedly to get a little bit more coin in my pocket so that I can trick it off because I've got lifestyle needs. Because that's what this is. It's lifestyle needs. And it's like, you know, if you've been out here and you was in the industry doing something strange for some change, how hard is it to scale back a little bit so that y'all can figure out what's going on?
I ain't finna do that, man.
No.
I'm gonna tell you what the problem is. The problem is a lot of times people get so busy doing what they do, they don't learn the other stuff that goes along with life. You know what I'm saying? Think about Joe. His whole life was nothing but basketball. He probably didn't even learn the business end. Nobody probably sat him down because he was the gravy train. You know what I'm saying? And I think a lot of times if you don't take young Joe and explain to him, hey, man, you finna get some money and people finna get ready to use you. And this is how you recognize it. And this is what I'm going to share you this article I found called 8 Ways to Manipulate Men and Size to Read a Guy. Yeah, so young Joe would have been able to see this. So I'm going to go ahead and share my screen. So that way, if you, in your wisdom, is young Joe, you'll be able to know how to spot the signs as well, too. So I'm going to go ahead and share my screen. Where is Joe? 18 ways to manipulate. Where are you?
Thank God I don't have a son.
Oh, yeah. But here's the thing. This is some of the things that you can actually show them and say, hey, you know what? This might help you out. Nope, that ain't it.
It's that proper parenting I be talking about. Know who's for a good time and not in for the long time.
Right. Come on, where are you?
But that's crazy. I did not know she had went on 20 additional interviews.
Oh, dude, she been
Oh, yeah.
all over these streets, bro. All over them. She went on an interview with the dude who got into it with Joe online, and then oiled him up and gave him a back rub on his show with Mace sitting there freaking out, laughing in the cut, bro. It's terrible.
He don't want to file no kind of paperwork.
That's the thing. That's what I'm saying. I'm like,
I will
it's
be
wild out here,
baby. What did Usher say? I'm ready to file them papers.
Mm-hmm.
About to press charges. Like, dude, there's no way that I can sit through that kind of embarrassment. Is no way. You will not take me to the dirt and drop me after I done came back.
No.
You would not. You would not.
Oh Lord.
All right,
what?
y'all.
Nah.
All right, y'all.
What is this?
Oh,
here
no.
we go.
What is this? The dark web?
Yeah, the dark web.
The dark web.
Oh my goodness.
And then they got who wrote this down? Who wrote this?
I don't know, but it was wild to me. It was wild to me. This is just the table of contents. It says, what is manipulation of behavior? It says behavior is convincing yourself that the extra 5 minutes in bed won't make you late, or only end up have you in a mad rush. It just goes into different little things. Here's number one. It says how to manipulate men. Bore him to submission. The use of boredom as a control tool. I don't know if y'all paid attention to that, but in that video, she looked like she was about to go to sleep on Joe. You know what I'm saying? She was like, I don't care what y'all gonna do. That was one of the tactics she was gonna use.
She did.
Did she not use that?
Right.
Yeah.
And some others.
And here's some more. We're gonna scroll through these because I want to get to the good stuff instead of just going through manipulation. I just want y'all to be aware. Number two, I did it for you. You know what I'm saying? So you got to do something for me. That's the emotional manipulation through guilt. Right? We always talk about what sign language, shame, insults, guilt, and the need to be right. That's one of the methods right there. Pulling at heartstrings by saying you did something for them, even if it was never asked for you, and it can create a sense of guilt and obligation. It's like gifting someone a pet elephant. Sure, it's thoughtful, but now you got to take care of the elephant. You see what I'm saying? And I'm pretty sure you've been in some situations like that too, where somebody gave you something like here, and then all of a sudden it's time to pay up.
Baby, and then you know what? You got a good little cussing that came with it.
No, man. That's the reason I don't let people. Like literally, me personally, I don't let people help me. Like this is the exact reason. I'll be like, I'll make it clearly apparent. Be like, I don't need you for shit. Like, period.
That's the problem with
like, and I understand, but like, look, it drives chicks off that like want to do stuff like that. I'm like, don't do anything for me then. I'm more than happy with you just not doing anything.
Right.
Perfectly fine with it.
Right. Then also we have the reverse psychology. Make him prove you wrong. I'm pretty sure y'all have seen those particular situations too.
Yep.
Challenging a man's manhood. A real man will do XYZ. That only comes from women. That comes from men too. I don't know if y'all seen in these YouTube streets, they always saying, well, if a man did this and a man did that, blah, 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 blah. I'm like, what's going on, man? Are you getting paid off these clicks and views? Or you really believe what you're saying?
No, they get paid.
What I'm saying?
They get paid.
They bad at it. They bad at it. And here's another one I've seen too. This not only works with parents, this works with friends too. Get his mom on your side, using family dynamics to influence. I'm gonna tell your mama.
I had somebody do me like that. And they thought it was gonna work. Baby, my mama put them on mute and we was having a ball. Don't call
my God.
Don't call my mama, baby. That's messy Essie right there. We get down. When I say you finna be a joke, you finna be a real live joke.
He said really finna be a joke.
Or they'll solicit the help of their friends. Don't you think that so-and-so should have did that? Manipulation, influencing the help of others. You know what I'm saying? And this is the ever popular, my favorite, shed a tear.
Oh,
manipulating Lord. Through emotional displays. Come on now, Ray. I'm pretty sure somebody have dropped a tear on you.
Oh yeah,
to get
I
you
just look at them
to get you to move off your square.
Nope. Like I will look at you like I'm the worst person to cry around ever. Like whatever the hell it is that people have where when people are crying they care. I don't have that anymore. Like that literally that whole synapse set in my brain is completely broken. I will just stare at you like you crazy. Like I'll be like, "Are you done? Are you done? Like are you going to keep doing that? Like why are you doing that?"
Right. Right.
Empathy and sympathy. This look like we both in that category because I had somebody calling me crying. I'm like, and you want me to do what?
Wait a minute.
The wrong phone, baby.
You grown man in front of you.
Just dropping tears. I don't know what I'm gonna do. Well, baby, I don't know what you're gonna do either.
I feel like that makes two of us.
I don't know what I'm gonna do. My rent due.
Yeah,
It was due last month at the same time.
Pray.
I don't get it. That's number 5. Shed a tear, y'all. Shed a tear. You know, I'm pretty sure y'all had some situations like that before.
Somebody actually put this list together.
Oh, it's a whole list. I told y'all, man, we educate over here. You know, we just don't be talking about folks. We talk about what can you use to help you and how to identify these things. That's right. That's right. And I'm gonna put it in the out in the description once it's done. I didn't want to spoil it. Number 6, seduction. Seduce him. The psychology of sexual manipulation. Ray had to take a drink on that one. Ray,
only to get ghosted after I get what I want, bro.
Delete it, block, delete.
We'll be like, cool. We'll play the game. How long you want to go out? How long you want to go? You'd be like, oh, I got him. I'll be like, what you got was a ghost, bitch.
Oh my god. Be like, Ray. Nah, dude.
Shit. They know better. They know better.
Oh my goodness,
you got
$40,
bro.
Not the 40. Not the
Yes.
Bro, you better pretend like my last name is Schultz, and I got a small hat, bro. If you're gonna talk to me about money, like no, nope. What you gonna do? You gonna cry? Be like, you know where you look. I'll tell you straight up. I'll be like, you need to stop crying before you get out here in these nighttime with the wind gusts, because those tears will freeze to your face and you'll get frostbite on your face.
Oh my goodness!
While you homeless in your box, because you about to be homeless.
And you ever try to have somebody try to put the magic on you before?
No,
because they want something.
Yeah, real deep.
Oh
I thought
my
you loved
goodness!
me. I thought I did too.
Oh my goodness!
Apparently, I don't.
They just mess up the magic. You know what I'm saying?
Oh,
what love?
You don't see the magic the same no more. You know what I'm saying?
Here you go. Ooh, ain't no pixie dust here.
Exactly.
Number dry your hands.
Exactly. Let's go on to the next one. Offer a reward. The carrot. Oh my goodness, the carrot and the stick approach. Promising a reward for compliance can be highly effective. It's the dangling of a juicy steak in front of someone that's been eating salad all week. Suddenly they're all ears. I'm pretty sure y'all have seen that before. You know, that's just self-explanatory. You know, if you do this for me, here you go, or the hope for it. You know, that's a part of manipulation too. Number 8. Yeah, let's look at number 8. If you love me tactic, questioning his feelings to gain compliance. You know, throwing the love card can be a game changer. Yeah, I'm pretty sure y'all seen that one too. Right.
Oh. You know, it's funny because the way that I navigate, chicks catch on real quick. They don't make it this far down on the list with me. They get to tears, and then they're like, "There's something wrong with you," and I'm like, "Yeah, I told you. Like, don't fuck with me."
Some people use tears as the last resort. That's the big gun. You know what I'm saying?
Not anymore, dude. These chicks out here, they start with tears. Like,
I don't think anybody goes straight to the tears, man. That's
do.
Weird.
They do, because they don't ever get told no, so they're used to just crying to get shit. That's a standard practice. They're just like, "Well, why you like this?" Or like they'll start like little arguments.
Here you go. I don't understand why you're doing that,
bro. Listen.
Oh yeah.
Listen. I had this chick. Not even gonna lie. just recently that I cut off because I'm like, I don't need to be around you. Like, it's nice. Like, we went out, I took her out to dinner, and I like to go to a nice place. Like, if I'm going to go out to eat, I want to eat something good. So I was like, cool.
Right.
Like, I want to go check this restaurant out. Like, if you want to roll with me, like, let's make that the date. So we go out. It's a nice meal. It's like $300 meal, whatever. But like after the fact, she was like, oh, well, like, you know, I want to take things slow. And I was like, cool, not going to do that, but that's fine. Like, and then just didn't, like, I kind of just dropped it. And then a few weeks later, she tried to stir up an argument. And I was like, no. Like, I was like, I don't understand why you think because I took you on one nice meal that was some sort of investment for me. It wasn't. What you did was fucked yourself up. Like, because like that didn't mean shit to me. Like, it really didn't. It was just some money that was easily replaced. Like, but they'll
so you
do
was just being
like,
generous, and then all of a sudden, in the back of her mind, she was thinking, I got to do a little something.
Yeah, I'm gonna manipulate you in and make you pay more price than than the other dudes that done run through here. And I'm like, nah. Like, I was like, A, you don't have a ground to negotiate on if all you are is cute, but your life is.
Yeah. Is that what?
Was it number 6 or what? Or is it the I love you one? Or was it number 5? Or was it?
Let me see.
Because it was
it tears?
That files in. I think that files in line with one of this. I guess she was over here reading this.
I don't know.
It wasn't 6.
It wasn't 6. It was 8. If you love me, tax that. I think that's a little bit further down the relationship.
No,
let's move on to number 9. How to know if a man can easily. If you got low self-esteem, they coming for you. You know, if you lack assertiveness, they coming for you. If there's a desire for connection, they coming for you. You know what I'm saying? If you have a history of being manipulated, they coming for you. Don't be so eager to give out what happened in your last relationship, because they're going to use that as a method to control you.
Facts.
That's why you got to be a conversationalist. You got to talk about other stuff. Ashley, I'm pretty sure you've had some people who've overshared before.
Yeah.
What was some of those scenarios? Some of those situations?
About what the girl didn't do? What
You're
was
mute,
it?
darling.
What was this? Mute? How?
No, you straight.
No,
you good. Go ahead.
Oh, okay. I ain't did it. Okay. Let me see. I guess this would be around that time. It was income tax time. Dude was crying about his rent. And he started talking about his ex for some reason. Talking about, man, I really love that girl. I was like, well, hell, shit, you might want to get her back up in here so she can help you pay this rent, because I got to go. I can't do nothing for you, baby. I got a new car note and a new child. I can't do nothing for you. I was like, you love her, so what you doing without her? What's going on here, buddy? You know,
right.
The only thing that stuck out to me, that's the one.
Why do you think he told you all of this?
You know what? I do not know. I guess he thought I had a heart, baby. After you done had a kid and had to break down by a whole new car all in that one walk, you have no sympathy nor empathy. You have none. Let's see. I could say one of my exes did the same thing. Said that what was it? Think she did away with the kids or something. I'm like, why are you telling me this? Because if I have a kid, I might keep it, you know. Don't be telling me they did away with them. Shoot, they may be a reason for it. I might need to fall in line. You know?
Wait a minute. He asked you to have a kid for him like you a factory. You know what I'm saying? You kicking out them new 2024s out here, girl.
Oh Lord.
Got that Make-A-Wish factory over there, girl.
You'd be amazed what these people be saying. Oh, you don't have a little boy. And bitch, I ain't having no more kids. What the hell they got to do with that? I ain't got no little boy. He'll never make it. He'll never make it to see the light of day. No more children. I'm good.
Ray, I'm pretty sure you've had a situation where they've had to go down this list and try to pick you and pick your mind and say, oh yeah, let me see if I can get Ray. You know what I'm saying? Those are some of the things.
I love it. I love it. Because I don't like losing. So like when it comes to stuff like this, like I have a background in mental health too. So like it's a problem. Like when it comes into like battle of attritions and like hurting people's feelings and stuff like that,
Right.
like it's not good. Like I'll make you feel bad. Like when you get home, like it's not even, you ain't gonna feel bad while you here. You gonna go home, you gonna lay your head down, you gonna hit that pillow, and right before you go to sleep, you gonna start crying.
You know what the thing about it is, most people don't understand that people know stuff that you don't know. You know what I mean?
Yep.
And then when they come at you, you're just like, what are you doing? But they automatically assume that which moves you're being naive. You have a naive, trusted nature. You trust everybody. You believe everybody. Oh, everybody's just so nice. They coming for you. You know what I'm saying? The next one is dependent on others for decision making. Like say, for instance, somebody's always asking you to make a decision all the time. They relying on you to do. That's a form of manipulation too. You know?
Yep.
And emotional dependency. That's another one too. You know?
Mm-hmm.
So if you display any of those, guess what? They coming for you. You know? And then also they get into why some people might choose to manipulate. Manipulating men isn't just a hobby picked up on a whim. It's a complex interplay of psychological and social factors that can make the behavior seem like an appealing and necessary course of action. It's like y'all said, the rent got to be paid. So, you know, got a trick Ray today, get $40 out of him. You know what I'm saying? Come on over here, Ray. Get these $40. 20 in the front, 40 in the back. You know what I'm saying?
Jesus. Oh, Jesus. That's a $60 night.
You better say it. You better say it.
Oh my God.
That's wild, man. That's what they always say, man.
Wow. This is so wild.
Yeah. It's a whole list, y'all. It is wild. This list, ethical dilemma of manipulation that goes into all that. Manipulation in relationships is a topic that dances on the edge of a slippery slope. It's like doing the cha-cha on a banana peel. Intriguing, but fraught with risk. The moral implications are as complex as late night debate over whether pineapple belongs on pizza. It also goes into talking about exploring the moral implications about, you know, manipulating folks, you know, causes people to raise their eyebrows, the integrity of human interactions. It's like, man, I don't trust nobody, man. You know, and these just laid it on out. So those are just some of the tactics that people are running across, man, when it comes to manipulation. So I thought I'd share some of those, man. And then also said alternatives to communication. We'll get into those in a minute. Understanding the needs, the expectations, mutual respect and trust. We're going to get into that on the other one. I got another list for how to inspire people. So now that I've shared that, we're going to put that up for a minute. We're going to talk about it, y'all. That's a long list, y'all.
I'm too through with this list. Like,
yes.
So you
people
just got
actually do this.
101.
Yeah. That's what people up against every day. You know what I'm saying? People get into conversations and every day, and they don't know exactly what they're experiencing. And this is what's going on behind the scenes. Now, everybody don't use the same tactics. Like one person may not use, you know, the carrot. You know what I'm saying? And other people might use the $40. You know what I'm saying? As Ray would say, 20 in the front and 40 in the back. You know what I'm saying? they just do wild stuff like that, you know? But manipulation comes in all forms. And that was just a short list that was compiled by that particular one. And I'll throw that article in the comment section once the show is over. So now that we know what manipulation looks like and how bad that makes people feel and not distrust them, I want to share with y'all the exact opposite. What happens when you inspire somebody? And I'm going to share a video that I found out, which I thought was pretty doggone good. And I'm going to share this with y'all. And then y'all tell me what y'all feel when you see that. Okay. Give me one second.
Against it already. I'm against it.
Oh, you against it already? You can't be. I ain't even played it yet.
I got a headache from that list. I'm sorry. You should have played that first, then the list.
No, I had to say the good part for last. Hold on. Here we go, y'all. Here we go. At least I got the volume turned all the way up. Here we go.
Yesterday, my husband asked me if I wanted to go to Walmart, and I said, no, honey, I'm so tired. I just want to relax today. And he kind of put his head down and said, well, all right, well, I'll see you when I get back, and I love you. I waited a good 10 minutes, and I know dang well he just wanted to be with me. And I called him, and I said, honey, I think I do need something from Walmart. No, and I didn't. I said, how far are you? And he said, only about 10 minutes. You want me to pick you back up? And I said, please do. And I walked outside, and I stood in the driveway waiting on my husband to come and get me, just like we did when we first got together. And seeing that smile on his face, I knew I'd made the right call, literally. See, with my husband, it's about quality time. And although I get exhausted from day to day, I know my husband needs that from me. And I don't ever want to miss an opportunity going to Walmart with him, even if it's just to Walmart, because one day I'm going to miss that. You know, it's about communication and listening about what the other person needs from you. And he needed me yesterday, and I had to give myself to him. That's my marriage for you.
Yeah, y'all. Ashley, what you think about that one? The awareness of her knowing that her husband needed her.
She did the right thing, because that's the problem. We have this give and take thing, but we're taking more than we're giving. And she knows that her husband like time. She did the right thing. I ain't got nothing to say on that. You did a good job with that video. I didn't believe it now, because she caught on to it real quick. Right. Got prepped back up. Hey, let me spend this little time with him. He probably just wanted to go in there for some raises, little knickknacks and stuff. Nothing major. He just wanted to spend some quality time just being out. Sometimes you need that. Sometimes it's not the going to Walmart, it's the actual action in it, which is the ride, that closeness, that one-on-one space, because they may have kids, dog, or something like that. But I think she did the right thing. I mean, because a lot of times people don't want to spend time, which they want that alone time. And like she said, her marriage is a marriage between the both of them. Hopefully I get there one day.
Indeed. Thank you, Ashley. Ray, what was your views on that one, man? What did you gain from that situation? What did you say?
She went out of her way to do something nice for her husband to make him feel good, which is technically, if you're in a relationship, what you should do. I mean, I don't see any difference between manipulation and inspiration. The difference is the intent and generally the outcome.
Right.
So I don't think she inspired her husband to do anything but feel better. Like, that's not manipulation at all. That's just somebody realizing that, like, hey, this person that I'm with, that I'm supposed to be supporting, that I've given my life to, is kind of feeling some type of way, and he needs me to just be with him. So I'm gonna opt to be with him. That's not manipulation. Like, that didn't make him go do something. He felt better. And she knew that he was feeling some type of way and took the steps to make him feel better. I don't even see that as, that's not a manipulation at all. That's just being a considerate person when you have a partner.
Right. And the thing about it is, in the first situation when we saw manipulation, she told Joe to go get some more money.
Yep.
Because in essence, she was going to get some more money. Joe brought it back to the house.
To her defense, she did actually tell him where to go get the more money.
Told him to go see Shaq. Come on, Shaq. Come on, Shaq. Hook my husband up and teach him how to make these shacaronis.
She said we both gonna show up. He's gonna come asking for a Papa John's, and I'm gonna rub your back. What's up?
But notice she didn't ask for an application. You know what I'm saying? She gonna be in Shaq's office. You know what I'm saying? Trying to flip some pizza. You know what I'm saying? That's what that is.
She said she has her OnlyFans. She don't need the pizza.
It's
Baby,
hard.
he needs the pizza.
It's
got
hard.
me.
That's right.
Baby, I don't know what to say about that woman. That woman there, just throw her away.
But see, in this situation where the lady was in the truck waiting on her husband to come back, she didn't really get anything out of this. But at the same time, she kind of did. She got a happy husband. You know what I'm saying? Or they say a happy wife is a happy life. Well, it's a happy man is God's plan. Ain't that right, Ray?
Yep.
That's what I heard. You know what I'm saying? So that man go out in the world and work and bust himself up. And all he really wanted to do was, spend some time with his sweetie. And I thought that was pretty nice. But the problem in today's world is that we don't have any idea on how to be nice anymore, which concerns me. So what I want to do is I want to make sure we put the love back into the atmosphere once again. Guess what? Y'all had 18 ways of being manipulative. Well, guess what? I got 55 on how to show the love. So I'm gonna go ahead and share my screen. Yes, indeed. Y'all can get some ideas. I'm gonna put the article in the section. So when you get an opportunity to share some love, I'm gonna give you some ammo so you can load up your love gun. You know what I'm saying? And go out there and be a fighter for love. You know what I'm saying? So let me go ahead and show you the list that I found on how to make sure that you got ways on how to be loving. Because we got.
They didn't want nobody to read this. They made the print too small. That's what the other people that made they print big.
You're right. I'm gonna make it bigger. Hold on. This one is 55 ways to inspire your husband. You know what I'm saying? 55. Number 1. I don't know if y'all can read this or not, but it says initiate great sex. You know what I'm saying? Number 1. That's self-explanatory. Y'all already know about that one. Number 2, send him an email. Example, praying for you today. Thanks for being so encouraging, and then insert their name. That's one way. Give him a one night on a regular basis to do something that he loves. I don't know about y'all, man, but sometimes men just like to do stuff that don't involve nobody else. You know what I'm saying? Because a lot of times, man, people just want to take, and don't allow you to expand as a man. Ashley, here's my thing. What do you think about this particular situation where it says give him time to do what he wants to do?
You know, I always say that.
Right.
That is, you know, that's one of my motto, because a man gives out so much, but what is giving back to that man?
Right.
Because you know how I always talking about what is that? Father's Day is the most shittiest holiday day ever. Mother's Day, they
re-up on them socks. You know what I'm saying?
Okay, you get what, ties, a mug, a crappy card made by the kids. It's really no thought around it. It's like, yeah, the man ain't got that much to do after he done did what he needed to do, but dang, he's still responsible. You still needed him.
Right.
Like, show him some appreciation. That's why I was saying, like, some men like to sit in their car for 5 minutes before they go in the house and debrief. Let that man debrief. That's why I was saying a couple weeks ago on Humble Dad. A man needs to be debriefed. They need to debrief from what they deal with at the job, the drive home. You know, it could have been something happened at the gas station. He just need that time to relax. Why throw a kid in his face just because you done had that kid? See, this is the problem. See, granddad came in, right? He sat down. Nobody messed with him until he got ready to engage. Yeah, that's right. Sat down. Sat it down. Okay. Them kids sat down and the house was quiet. You know.
Right.
That one I like, because a man don't have ways of expressing themselves, because it's like we put the men in a box and then we take him out the box and tell them, hey, I need you to do this, and this. Check this list, get back in your box, and then we'll pull you out again.
Until the next time we use you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is that
right? Right. In this particular situation, man, you probably spend a lot of time doing what you want to do anyway, but
Yep.
We're gonna save another question. We're gonna save another question for you. Number 4, consistently mention ways you see him growing to be more like Christ. Everybody want to be good and do good. You know what I'm saying? You know, and I love the way how you handled that particular situation. You didn't beat that man up. You saw the good in him. You know, that builds up a man's character. You know what I'm saying? Over time. And number 5, Ray, this is probably what I'm going to ask you about. Ask him about his bucket list. Ray, when was the last time a woman asked you about your bucket list, man?
Never.
Why?
Women don't care what we're trying to do. They don't care about our goals. They don't care about where we're trying to go unless it benefits them. No one gives a shit.
Maybe they want
no one's ever asked me that.
Maybe they want to go along with you.
Nah, they don't ask. No one cares. No one cares. I mean, the reality of this is a real insightful list for an imaginary woman that don't exist.
But you know what? If we put the list out there, they can't say they didn't know. That's the reason why we got the Lost in Translation podcast on Sunday.
Facts. I mean, women don't understand that, like, sometimes we just want to sit there and not fucking say anything. Like, we just want to be quiet. Like, we just don't want to talk. I don't want to say shit. Just want to sit there.
But some days you're feeling, but some days you're feeling reckless, man. You know what I'm saying? You want to go out there and jump out of an airplane or something, whatever it is on your list.
100%
pyramids or something, you know?
But the reality of it is, I would dare say most men on this planet, women have never been like, what are you trying to accomplish before you die? No one they don't care.
That's because
even the ones that love you don't care. They've been married for 50 years. You don't know what this man wants to do, what he always wanted to do.
Right.
When you were 13, because barely anybody is doing what they set out to do when they was in high school. Barely anyone. What were those goals? Right. What happened before you got neutered? Nobody cared. Nobody cares. No, it's because most of y'all out here, like, you can tell just by looking at people that they've been neutered.
It's like you can tell. Into their eyes
ain't nobody, bro. I'm getting ready to turn 40 next year. I guarantee you. Ain't nobody trying to take their shirt off next to me. Period. Because you've been neutered
from the gods,
because you stop. You were no longer built for battle, bro. Like, it's just what it is. Like, that's what happens, and no one cares. Nobody goes, "Hey, what were you trying to do before you ended up with this?" No one, because they don't care. Well, they don't care that you engaging in that marriage gave up everything else you were getting ready to do. They don't care. They'll divorce you and still take half your shit. Never even asked. Ever. Because they don't.
Hopefully, Ray, we'll find you somebody that won't take half your stuff, man, and ask you about
that don't exist either. Because it don't exist. The person you're dealing with at the divorce is a completely different animal than the one that you was married to. Animal. Before that paperwork showed up.
That's a different animal.
Paperwork forward. These people will turn. And everybody keeps talking about there's a demon floating around because all this crazy stuff that's going on. Literally, when that paperwork hits and them chicks finally realize that it's over, that same demon that's floating around, they be riling them kids up in Chicago, taps that bitch on the shoulder and tells her it's time to get active. It's the same thing, and you see it all the time. And these are women that pious. These are the protozoan. I'm traditional until it comes time to where that survival instinct demon kicks in and you got to grab whatever you can get your hands on the way out the door. Let's keep it a bean. Ain't nobody up here, even the people who've been married for umpteen years can't talk to it because they don't know it, because they ain't never handed the paperwork. They ain't never seen somebody hand the paperwork. They can't talk to this. Oh, the marriage is perfect. Like, good, because you ain't never had to face that demon until you do. And if God forbid that ever happens to any of these gurus, man, they're going to be on here with a different tune.
Yeah, those are the ones who like to point to other people and say, hey, they've never been married. They don't know what they're talking about.
100%. But you know, some of us who haven't been married have seen some fucking nasty divorces. We've seen some women flip demon on another man.
Yeah, that's because those guys have been insulated. So they're not really in these streets, man.
Right. And so when you look at it from that perspective, it's like the reality of the situation is you got to protect your stuff. Like, I'm not saying that if I were to get married, because I'm only planning on doing it once. If I was to get married, I'm not going to go into it and be like, oh, well, because I've said I'm only going to do this once, I've got control over this other person that could turn into a demon overnight. She could just wake up tomorrow and not be happy and act on that emotion.
Right.
Like, no, I'm protecting all of my stuff.
Well, at the end of the day, you get to pick them. You get to pick them. So guess what? Pick right. You know what I'm saying? Measure twice. But how do you do that? How do you do that when a woman goes through menopause? Her whole hormone system changes.
Well, no, baby. When she
you can't pick that.
That's a
variable you can't pick. Like, I know people.
Go ahead, Ashley, tell us what happens.
When she has a baby, everything changes.
Also, that
the baby, the mind, all of that changes. It's not just menopause. Maybe she may snap back and revert back to her normal self, but no, baby, having a baby,
right,
comes out. So I agree with Ray on that, because baby, because I see some of the people that went through divorce. It's like, damn.
Yeah,
so
I was like, you can't pick through science. You can't pick right with science, bro. Like that's I don't care what nobody say, and it's not at any fault of the women. I'm not saying that like you gotta hate women. Women are great. They're great. But when you're engaging in something where half of your shit is on the line, you got to keep it a bean. You prepare for the worst and hope for the best.
Yeah.
That's how you win at life. Like real talk. Like, I'm like, that's the reason most people are broke. Y'all out here YOLOing it, and then you just don't end up dying when you thought you was gonna, and now you just stuck around with no retirement.
All right, Joe.
Like, let's
we just on fire, y'all. Come on, Dad. We got about 50 more to go, man. Look here.
Some of this is repeating. We can.
Hey, indeed. Next one, ladies. If you want to know how to inspire your husband, give him a book or audio CD or a ticket to learn about something that he loves. Number 7, ask him about his dreams he has. Pray about them together, evaluating them, and then how you can help him get after it. That's another one. Talk about his dreams and then formulate a plan. Next one, text him, remind him, I believe in you. Man, Ray, when was the last time you got a I believe in you text? I don't remember getting one of those, man. I don't.
So, I've gotten quite a few from chicks that I broke up with.
After the fact or before the fact?
Well, there was a couple, and I don't really do regrets and I don't look in the rearview, but there were a couple of chicks where if I would have had the grace that I had in my last relationship, I'd be married right now. Like, I can honestly say that. Like, because I overcorrect. Like, I'm really don't have the bandwidth to deal with BS of any kind. So like, when it comes to breaking up, like I'm really like, especially if it's like you broke up with me, I won't date you again ever. Like, I'll hit it, but you ain't never getting exclusive access. Like, if you left my life, never happening again ever. At that point, like, I'll be upset and sad forever before I get back with you. Like, it's just the way my brain works.
Right.
But I had a couple of chicks where stuff didn't work out, or we were kind of on the outs, and like one of them, she like gave me these notebooks because like I'm an avid note taker, so like I have notebooks everywhere. Like, if I was to ever hoard, it'd be spiral notebooks of varying sizes. And she gave me one for my birthday, and like I didn't open it until after we were separated. And
Ray, that's your fault.
No, 100%. Hey, bro, I take my L's. You're right. You're right,
man. She tried.
You're right.
Man. She tried.
And like, I didn't open it until like after we had been like.
She probably
separated.
put a sticky note in there and everything.
No, she wrote on a whole page, man. It was actually, I still have the notebook. Like, it was one of the sweetest things ever. It was like a little notebook because she was like, "Hey, like, here's one you can keep on with you," and it was really thoughtful. And then there was another one where me and the chick broke up, and it was like she ended things, and I was like, "Are you sure that's what you want to do? Because like, you're upset right now. Like, you're making an emotional decision." I told her, I was like, "You got like a very narrow window to like have this conversation," and I lined that out. And then after the window was up,
that's when you found it.
She came. Well, no, she came by and like dropped off a letter, but I'd already started seeing somebody else. And I was like, and it was really sweet.
You're doing too much.
Like, you got a narrow window. You got a narrow window. Like, I'm not fucking with you. So
I thought I was bad. Let me find out this is my brother.
Bro, I just don't. I don't have the patience for it. Like, I don't. I really don't. And like, once somebody breaks up with you, or you are broken up with, like, honestly, there's like a level of trust because you already know the one that's gonna fucking end things. Like, so if you broke up with me, then I'm like, well, that's a power dynamic I don't want to be in. I'd rather start over with somebody else,
right,
as opposed to deal with that. Now, if I broke up with you, then it's a question of, can you fix the things that were the reason I broke up with you? Because I've only broken up with 3 people in my entire life. So if I broke up with you, something's wrong. Like, there's a discrepancy here, and it needs to be rectified, or I can't be with you. And regardless of how I feel about that, for me personally, the mission outweighs my feelings. I don't wake up and think about how I feel. I probably, honestly, if I woke up and thought about how I felt, I would probably jump off the roof because I don't feel good most days. But that's not how men navigate. That's not how winners navigate. Like, I wake up and worry about how you feel every single day. Like, no, but like what I do is I protect the end goal at all costs. Like, that's what I want. That's my life's goal. That's my mission. I'm on trajectory. If you're trying to push me out of that or pull me out of it or manipulate me out of it, I'm like, you just got to go. Like, that's fine. You remove the obstacle.
Actually, this is number 9. Very important. They even put it in red, like Jesus said. It says, make sure he feels respected by you. That right there, men, I promise you, if you look across the internet, men would 100% agree with this one. Make sure he feels respected. You know, just like Joe's wife didn't really respect him, man. And he got up and left.
At all.
He got up and left.
And then she said, I don't know what I did wrong.
But it was money tied to the respect. The respect was never there. The respect was with Washington and Benjamin and Roosevelt, you know, and Lincoln and Washington.
Jackson and all the rest of them.
See, this is the problem I have with the respect you. What am I respecting? If we done had a big argument or something, especially because you can know sometimes you guys can nitpick about certain things and it really be nothing. So I don't know. I need to work in that area because, you know, I can say things with a straight face because I think I got on somebody's skin yesterday because I said something with a straight face. He was like, well, when she asked what I give her, like, well, you're supposed to have it anyway. With a whole tone and everything, but he didn't realize I was playing. So I think I rubbed him the wrong way. And I do not apologize because it was a joke. Get over it. Get out of your feelings. Stop being sensitive.
Hilarious. Let me get down to the next one. That was hilarious. Number 10. This one right here tug on your heartstrings right here. You just pop up and you see this one. It says leave sticky notes in his lunch. That means you would have had to fix him lunch on his steering wheel, in this briefcase, etc. So proud of you. Been doing with fill in the blank, which means you had to talk to him. You know what I'm saying? Fill in the blank, whatever you're talking about. And you are so great with our kids. You are my dream come true. You are an incredible lover. Man, she gonna get some when she get home. Listen,
I got a question about one of that you are so great with our kids. You know, some of these little videos on the internet be showing these daddies be inactive. So I don't know if that should apply. Ladies, if it don't apply, don't write that down and lie, okay?
If you got a husband at your house, you better fix him a lunch and put that sticky note in there. As long as you want to keep him and let him know ain't nothing in these streets. You be coming back home. You know, it wasn't really nothing out of here. So, you know, that's what happened with Tia. Tia coming home, y'all. You know, she said ain't nothing out here. You know,
she shouldn't have left home anyway. See, that's the problem. Everybody want to glorify single until they get into that single role and they realize they rubbing their own crusty feet. Baby, get on somewhere. Single life ain't for everybody. You thought you had options. Baby, you're old. You know what I'm saying? You're a child actor. Come on now. We all getting played out here. We all getting old. Everybody looking for something younger and dumber. Come on now. What's the term everybody use? Young and dumb? I was young and dumb, full of calm. That's what everybody looking for. So come on now. You know what in them streets. You
Ladies,
knew that.
Make sure you put a sticky note in your man's lunch. That means you have to fix him a lunch.
Put it on.
That means you have to actually think about him now.
Put it on the steering wheel now.
Put it on the steering wheel, put it in the lunch box, you know, fill in the blank, you know, make that man know you understand, you know, you're a part of the plan.
Put it on his bus card so I can see it. It's like,
hey, he getting it though. You know what I'm saying? Wrap it up, put an extra one in there, you know, just in case you forget. Put $20. Hey, put $20 in there. Let him know. Come on home. I got something for you. You know what I'm saying? Work hard and come back home. Number 11, suggest that he takes some time to go pursue a hobby. If he like to go fishing, let that man go fishing. If he like to do woodwork, let that man do woodwork. Let him do something on his own when nobody else is around. That is therapeutic, and that lets that man think so he can do what he got to do. Leave a message on his voicemail. Thank you for going to work every day. Take care of our family. Now, hearing it and reading it is two different things. When you say somebody's name and then you write it down, that's two different things. That's a different emotion that you're tapping into. You know what I'm saying? He can hear your voice. Mm-hmm. And most times that's the reason why people can know whether or not somebody's lying when they're talking. Sometimes you can't really tell by reading, but if you can hear, you know, the magnificence in their voice, then you go, oh, that person really mean that. So yeah, leave him a voicemail. You know, you are so good at what you do. Number 13, ask him how you can pray for him at work later on in the week. Ask him about the prayer request again. Just follow up with him. You know what I'm saying? That type of thing. Be proactive about doing something together that he really enjoys. Make a date. Get him excited. You know, share his enthusiasm. A lot of times guys be enthusiastic to hang out with their lady, but sometimes women are sap the joy out of it by saying, I don't want to go to the Cheesecake Factory. You know what I'm saying?
Lord,
silly stuff like that. So, you know, be enthusiastic, man, whenever he's enthusiastic. Share the joy. You know what I'm saying? Let's see. Number 14. Number 15.
No, 15.
Yeah, tell him areas he's gifted in. Now, this is boss right here. Now, don't stress the truth. Be honest so he can trust you. Okay? That's another thing. You want to tell him what he's good at. And a lot of times women are good at telling a man what he ain't good at. But you mess around and tell him what he is good at, I promise you he'll move different. Number 16, pray for him. Number 17, initiate great sex. I think that was number 1, 4, and 5.
I told you some of this stuff was gonna repeat.
Message. You know what I'm saying? Remember that they put it in there for a reason. That's probably the reason why it's probably started out as 50, and they threw it in about 3 more times. You know what I'm saying? Let's see.
Then they put it in red.
Then they put it in red like Jesus said. That's right. Remember that. It's important. Pay attention. Now, the next one is start and keep a dreams binder with him. Include some travel brochures or whatever gets you excited in the back. Make sure you have a dream. Here's this thing. This is important. We used to do these at work. We used to do these things called dream boards, storyboards. You used to put stuff up there on your board about, you know, what kind of house you want to live in, what kind of car you want to live in, vacation. That junk actually works, y'all. It's visualization. The more you see something, it happens. So that's important. So that way it keeps you on track about your dreams and make sure you stay focused. Do that. That works. Let's see. Talk to him about setting aside a small part of the budget to pursue the way God has created him through education. Make your man smarter, man. You know, stretch him a little bit in his thinking. That's a good thing too. Post on his social media. I love being your wife. See me tonight regarding this.
So that ties back to number 17.
Yeah. But this one is on public display for everybody to see.
What that mean? If I read that, well, I'm finna get out of the book. Like, I know what's going down tonight.
But
get ready for the baby shower.
So you letting the world know that he's the number one lover. You know what I'm saying? I got the best in the business. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So that way he can be like, man, my wife just said I'm the man in front of the whole world. That's a different type of spell. That's like, I'll tell you what the equivalent that is. That's the equivalent of a woman going to work and her husband sends her roses on her job for all the other women to see how great of a woman it is. That's the exact same thing as this. That's exactly what that is. That's exactly what that is. Number, what are we on, 20? Oh, no, 21. Gently communicate with him about what you like in bed and respond encouragingly to his attempts. Now, ladies.
Back to 17. Back to 17.
Okay? Hey, you got to, you know, drive the car. Let him know, hey, you know, that's what I like. You know what I'm saying? We can keep going. We don't want to get, you know, messed up by YouTube. So we are, ladies, y'all fill in the blanks. Number 22. Remember a dream that he had a long time ago and talk to him about whether it's still a dream and is it still a possibility. Number 23, ask God to open your eyes to the ways he has made your husband and give him your wisdom about how to maximize that workmanship. And this is between you and the Lord. So make sure you talk to the Lord and say, hey, Lord, help me out with this man. How can I make him better? You know what I'm saying? How can I increase his wisdom? That's nice right there. When your woman pray for you, that's a good one. Number 24, have your children write him notes and letters about what they love about their dad. Man,
bruh.
Let me tell y'all something, man. Men are suckers for their kids. You know what I'm saying? If the kids write their daddy a letter and say, Dad, I love you. I love what you do for me. You know, you're the best dad in the world. Men, I'm telling y'all, men is soft when it comes to stuff like that. You know, I promise you, do that. Let's see. Number 25, create intentional intimacy together.
Back to 17. See,
but this is involving his input now. You know, so before you initiated what you thought he needed, but now
actual 17. 17 said initiate. So I'm saying it's we
Great
getting
sex.
it and they
Right.
just going at it a different way. So whoever this is wasn't getting none in their marriage. I'm sorry. I'm sorry for them.
No, that's just letting y'all know how important that is. You know what I'm saying? They even put it in red, like Jesus.
No, they know that there's not 50 things that men need a woman to do. There's basically like 4 or 5, and they just said it like they figured out 10 ways to say each one.
Hey, they in there cutting the Kool-Aid with some extra water.
Yo.
Well, at least they ain't never tell you. You know what I'm saying? They should have probably put this one in red too. Number 26. Ban yourself from any nagging. The great life sucker. You know what I'm saying? I can't tell you how many times guys have said, I just wish she just stopped nagging me so much. You know, that's not productive, man. See, we're here to inspire, not manipulate. I think nagging falls under the manipulation section. We want to inspire. We don't want to put that on the list. Okay.
But that's not really manipulation if I'm nagging. Okay. So when you say nagging, is that somebody going,
yeah, that right there.
Literally that. I just cringed, bro.
Like
I felt that.
You can give somebody a list and say, okay, did you get this and this done? Because I need all this done so I can move on to this point. Because some people consider that nagging. I guess is whoever interpretation. Never mind. We can move forward.
No. That's a good point.
Yeah.
Here's what you do. If you want your husband to do something, just say, husband, I was in the middle of doing something. I was wondering if you could help me out with this. I really enjoy seeing you and your strong muscles, doing X, Y, Z, fill in the blank. You know what I mean? Like if you try to change a light bulb or something like that, just make sure you bring out the ladder and you go up the ladder and say, honey, could you hold the ladder? And then he'll be like, no, don't worry about it. I'll do it. He'll go up there and do it. That's inspiring. You know what I'm saying?
I'm height challenged, so it's gonna work regardless. I'm like, I can't do that.
Right.
So I'm height.
But see, you're not nagging him to do it. You know what I'm saying? Because you actually initiated the process, and you also elicited his help. Men want to help. You used his ability to want to help to help.
Okay, I have a question right there.
Now, so that's really not nagging.
Okay, so I got a question. So, would it be a fair statement to say a man like for you to come to him and ask for certain things?
Most times, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Because my ego's played too big of a part of my life, and that's why I'm single. Okay, we can move to the next one.
Men want to help. You know what I'm saying? Trust me, that's the part of it.
It's just that when you do stuff on your own and it's done, it's the I guess you could say that's a little trust and
no. Don't look at it that way.
Trusting right there. That's why I said we can move along because I got
don't look at it that way. Don't look at it as if you're less than because you've been doing it. Look at it as a way you're building your man's trust with him, saying, hey, you know what? I'm gonna allow my husband to trust me. I'm gonna trust my husband. You know what I'm saying? Say, hey, look, I was wondering if you can assist with this. And then he's gonna be like, oh, yeah, I love to do that, And the more times you do that, the more he'll think you believe in him. And he will, he'll believe in you.
Well, if I put the note in there on the steering wheel, he gonna, see.
All of that. See what I'm saying? You giving him an opportunity to be good at something.
Okay.
That's all that is. You're not that's not nagging. That's actually eliciting help and improvement of your relationship.
Okay.
Let's see. What we left off at?
We had 27.
27. All right. Ask him if he could do one thing. I'm not all. I forgot this one. Check this one out, y'all. Ask if I could do one thing I'm not already doing that would really empower you and inspire you. What would that be? Listen, resist being defensive, which is the hard part, and follow through.
Shut up.
We're gonna
pause on this one. That's not a good one for me.
We're gonna pause.
I don't allow people to do shit for me. Like, I just don't.
No. So, that's if she came to you.
No, 100%. I would say I'm fine. I wouldn't allow it.
I'm pretty sure there's something that she could do.
No,
that she's probably not doing.
100% not.
You would tell her there's nothing that she can't do.
100%. Because the game that I play in my head, at least where I'm at right now, is I don't want nobody throwing shit in my face. So I'm like, I'd rather you just do nothing. Absolutely nothing besides be fucking pleasant and shut the fuck up. Like, that's all I need.
I told you shut up.
Listen, what if she said, "Hey, look, I want to give you a back rub," so you tell her, "Look, I sure could use a back rub or whatever." I'm glad you said that. Let me give you a back rub. Now at this point, you giving her an opportunity to serve and be great. You see what I'm saying? Even if something small as a back rub, you didn't ask her for $20 or $40 or go half on the rent or nothing like that.
I don't know, dude. Chicks are petty. Maybe she be walking out the door and be like, "I gave you that back rub that one time and I didn't want to." I'll be like, "Man, God damn."
You gonna have to help you. You gotta find you a good, decent woman. You know
what I'm saying? Running the traffic. Get out my face.
Restore your faith and your flavor. You know what I'm saying?
I just, I don't place a bunch of stock in people because people are people, and I know how people are. So no, like I don't like. My deal is this. It's a lot easier to take all of their weapons away and then navigate from that so that they know that nothing you do is going to get you any headway. So like if you want to be up in here, then you're choosing to be up in here as opposed to even attempting to play the game with them. Like I'd rather just not because I don't like losing. So I'm like, I'm just going to create a situation where like if we part company, you can't be like, well, he didn't do anything and be like, well, the only complaint you can have is he didn't let me help him because he didn't need your fucking help. Like, sorry.
Ray, you can rub your own back, man.
Hey, bro, no, but I got this thing for that though. It's like you like put it on your arms, and you can like work it up and down. Like it's got like freaking this shiatsu on the back. Thing, also, when I buy my next property, I'm gonna get that deluxe chair.
Yeah.
And then I can just sit in it and get my back rub. Or here's another one. I can just go pay a petite, attractive Asian woman to do it. They're the best.
Oh, Lord. Magic fingers massage parlor. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Like why would you not just go get somebody that like knows what they're doing to do it? Like I don't need you to do it.
You know what?
Like that's this is the deal. We've made things so nice and so convenient for us that honestly, there's nothing a woman can bring to the table now that you couldn't pay for.
Ask you believe that.
I do.
I do.
So what kind of here you go? It depends on the man.
This is the deal. This is the deal. If we can agree under the pretense that no matter what, at the end of the day, male and female interaction from the female perspective is based on utility. If I'm getting lied to any fucking way, then no, there's nothing you can actually bring to the table aside from a consistency of I only have to deal with you, so I'd only have to be nice to one woman who's lying to me. That's the only utility they have. Everything else can be paid for. I need this place clean. I can manifest a bitch to do that for money. I need my clothes. If I didn't know how to do laundry, I can manifest a person to do that. Grocery shopping, I already don't go to the store to go get my own groceries. Someone goes, picks that shit up for me and drops it off at my door. I go down there, pick it up, bring it in, put it away. If I wanted to go down that road and pay to play, I don't even need you for sex. I can pay someone to leave and take that drama with them. What do you bring to the table? Like let's have the honest conversation. What is brought to the table in 2023 that we cannot facilitate and pay for?
Ashley,
because if I need you to say give a fuck about me, if I need someone to give a fuck about me, my mom's still alive. She can go give me a hug and tell me, baby, it's gonna be okay. And I get that for free because she needs me down the road. So like, what do I need you for? What are you bringing?
You're not kissing your mama on the lips. I mean, do you really want to kiss a random prostitute on the lips? I mean,
you pay extra for the clean ones. You could. I mean, actually, you know what? Look. You know what? I ain't even gonna do you like that, Ash. Listen, if I want to kiss a chick on the lips, I can just go out in public. Women like me. Like I can go facilitate that on a short-term basis. Like.
Freddie came and Ray said
also for free, Ash.
Ray said he a city boy.
Yeah. I can just go get active in these streets if I need someone to kiss me on the lips. But I'm just saying, like the way that we've micromanaged this down, a man's utility is always a man's utility, because when women can't get no money, what did Joe's wife do? She went and put her ass on the internet to get money from other men. You're still using us regardless. There's at no point are we not needed to you. But everything that we've made to make shit more convenient for you has made it so that, honestly, you're not needed to us. Outside of the weak ones that need somebody to cuddle them, that needs to be the same person every time. Like, there's
if he got money, you pay those girls. They some of them got the interchangeables. You know, she need her rent done, so you're gonna go lay up in her house. Rent due. I don't know, baby. I work, so but I mean, like that's the honest to God's truth, though. It's like when we talk about utility and what's brought to the table, at no point, period, does a woman not need a man. Even the ones that say they don't. You go work at a job that a man made. You use things that man built. You drive a car that men put together. You drive on roads that men put together. You live in a house that men put together. Your money comes from men. like at no point, like, it's the craziest thing ever when we have this table conversation, because literally everything a woman does is it's relying on a man. At the end of the day, there's nothing that you touch. Like, if you were like, I'm gonna go be in a man-free utopia, there just wouldn't be shit there. Like, there would be nothing. Like, it would be terrible. Like, you'd be in the bush in Rwanda. Like, now, like, you'd have to walk miles to get water, and then lions would eat you because there's no men to run the animals off. Like, it would just be terrible. Now, listen, to be fair, I take care of myself now. Ain't no damn lion for that lion might gonna get ate or become a pet.
But in the society that you find yourself, you can say that, but you don't know, because everything that you have has a man's stamp on it. The computer you're on, the room you're sitting in, the road you drive on, the car you drive, the job you go to. Like,
now, right now,
so our utility is infinite. Like how could you navigate in this world? I could understand from a relational perspective saying I don't need a man. Fine. You live in a first world country. You can say that.
No, that's ignorant. That's a lie, because when they make the part, it looks just like a man. So I don't give a damn about nothing. I mean, that's just stupid right there. Now, see, Ray, you're going just a little too damn far talking about the man.
So it's just like a man.
They are. No, that part, yes, it is. Because at the end of the day, when you have the others, that they play what? A man. So, I mean.
Yeah.
Okay, then. So I'm not saying a man is not needed. I'm just saying, with the world we do live in, like I said, I'm in agreement, because you can buy it.
Yeah.
You got the money, you can buy it. That's what we're seeing now.
Well,
we're turning into Johns and prostitutes, hoes
right.
And
well, here's my thing. At the end of the day, when you on your deathbed, I'm pretty sure they're not going to put all the hoes that you done slept with around your bed and tell you thanks for the memories. I assure you would rather have your grandkids around you on your last breath. You know what I'm saying?
Did I tell you about the job we had to go we had to go work on in Chicago? Did I ever tell you that story? So we had to go up to Chi-Town, my company, and there was a programming issue, so we had to go up there and help with this programming issue. And we get there, and they were like, "Yeah, it was another company that does what we do, but like they were using an ecosystem that we're more fluent in, and like we have a partnership with them, so like we help each other out whenever we can."
Right.
Plus, they do bigger jobs than we do. So we're at this $20 million house in Chicago programming. I start looking around, and I notice that there are multiple 20-year-old girls topless in this house, just walking around naked. The dude who owns the house is like 78. And he just got a house full of hot ass 20-year-olds naked all over the house. Didn't care that we were there. That's just their natural state. They're just running around free. I'm pretty sure when he dies, they're going to be around the bed.
That's only one dude, bro.
100%. But like, why would you aim to be a loser? Or if you're going to be in the game, win. Like that's all I'm saying. Like my thing is this, because like, the anecdotal stuff we talk about is like one dude. The difference is the dude whose house I was at that had a $20 million house in Chicago ain't on the internet. He's not in the media light. You wouldn't know he even existed because he controls shit. He owns things. He's actually successful, not some overnight shit. He built his empire. It was like, you know what? This is messed up. I had a divorce. I don't want to deal with it. I'm just going to have hot 20-year-olds till I'm dead. And that is actually an option for winners. He's not a celebrity.
That's what happened to the dude that married Anna Nicole Smith, and then shortly after that, she departed.
Yep. And she was at the bed. She was there. You know, she got money. Yeah, he paid for it. You can pay someone to be there.
Pay for it.
Listen, for the average American who doesn't have hot 20-year-olds running around the house, you know what I'm saying?
It's the average Americans that are on the internet complaining,
and
because you're right. You're right. They don't want to do the work. They don't want to do the work, but they want what those of us who do the work command.
Right.
That's the discrepancy. It's the same level of delusion that these chicks that are 400 pounds thinking they're 10s. It's the same thing. It's just with dudes. With dudes, they go, well, I want what that man has because I'm a man too. And it's like, yeah, but we have hierarchies, and like some of us are worth more than others. And like, you're not worth much because you're not useful. And it shows. So, you know, like we can have, like, that's a conversation that we can have, but it's like, if you choose to be with somebody, you should choose with everything that comes with it. And the discrepancy is these women mistake who will bed them down with what they qualify for. So then at the end of their peak, when they're on the decline, now they're relegated to dealing with men that were actually at their level, and they've been jaded. So now not only you talking about, bro, like I had the football player flew me out and flipped me upside down and tossed me around, and I got caught by the whole team. And now you telling me I got to go with Jim Joe Bob, who's making average salary. Well, you average, but the football player be like, yeah, he played with you. But this is what you actually qualify for. Like, these are the dudes you should have been dating in the first place. And maybe you wouldn't have got flip tossed and split roasted by the football team. That's the issue. And like, it creates this weird discrepancy because these women who are exceptionally average have an expectation that they deserve an above average lifestyle, but they also don't want to put in the work to get to an above average lifestyle, because two average people can come together and level up if they got a plan and know how to flip some money. Here's the thing. This list was not compiled for Instagram models, and it was not compiled for multi-millionaires, because they're going to do what they're going to do anyway. This is for the woman who just wants a regular dude that comes home to the house and the family and to her. And that's it. The Instagram baddies, they already got a program for that. You know what I'm saying? It's called the streets. And we already know what happens in the streets. So with that being said, we're gonna move on to number 28?
28.
29. We on 29?
We're on 28.
We're on 28. Yeah,
we never get through this list.
Yeah, we're on 28. As you think of them, remind him of his specific times and areas he's impacted other people's lives. Hey, I was thinking about the day, all the times that you invested in the Cub Scouts troop. Wonder what the other of those boys are doing now. And it was so cool to watch them grow up as either their leader. Our son has grown so much encouraging lately. He gets that from you. Yeah, that's dope right there. Just remind him from time to time why he's doing what he's doing. Number 29, buy him something small to stoke the fires. A journal for a writer. Let's see, some carpentry tools for a woodworker. Some grilling tools for the master chef. Add a sweet note. Just because I love you the way you're made. That's dope right there too. 31. Think about the ways you've been hurting him and annoying him, and not saying to him, I apologize. Apologize and work hard on showing him that you've truly changed. ladies, that's gonna be a hard one right there.
No,
That's
it
gonna be
ain't.
hard.
No,
Because
it ain't.
sometimes people don't realize that they're being annoying. You know what I mean? And most time your guy ain't gonna tell you being annoying unless he just say, you're getting on my nerve. Depending on how long y'all been together. If you first got together, he probably ain't gonna say nothing. But if y'all been together over probably about 5 or 6 years, he gonna probably just, hey, you getting on my nerves. You know what I'm saying? So kind of self-regulate that. You know.
Oh, you can know. You can tell the body language, tone, the eye cut.
Yeah.
You
rolling
know.
eyes.
It's right back. It's right back. 17 and 1 is right back. Told you.
Welcome to 32. Welcome
I-
to 32. Initiate great sex. It's in red, just like Jesus said. You know what I'm saying? These people keep trying to tell y'all that's a message, man. Men get tired of initiate. They want to be surprised too. You know. 33. Go to a home improvement store to plan a small, doable project that energizes the both of you. That means both of y'all gonna be working, even if it's just painting a room or fixing up some landscaping. Make sure it's something that which can he won't feel burdened. So it's a light project, you know, nothing too crazy, man. Number 34, do something from his to-do list for him, something that he'd rather have somebody else to do, rather have you do anyway. That's called helping. You know what I'm saying? Helpmates. You know what I'm saying? That's exactly what that is. Find a mutually enjoyable activity you like doing together on a regular basis, even if it's playing a week. Just like this lady going to Walmart. You know what I'm saying? That's something they enjoy since they spend time. Create a cheerful atmosphere when he comes home. We talked about that too, actually. Mm-hmm. Discover his love language and become even more fluent in it. That means you got to pay attention to your man. You know, sometimes it ain't all about you. Sometimes you got to pay attention to your man. Pray about and pursue at least one dream of your own, talking to him with about it. That was worded crazy. Number 40. What's hard about his life right now? Pray for his endurance and encourage him, specifically Galatians 6 and 9 is a great start. Organize and clean something in your home that you know he finds messy. Yeah, that's the bomb right there. You clean up something that he already knows that's jacked up. He gonna love that because that's one less thing he got to worry about. So yeah, that's dope right there.
Yeah, until he can't find something he's looking for.
All right. And he just asked you because you put it up. You know what I'm saying? He leaning on his woman because she knows she the best housekeeper in the world. She knows where everything is organized and stored. That's the main reason why I married her, because she knows where everything in this house is. See how dope that is?
Mm-hmm. Number 42.
Right. 42. Now, I've actually suggested this before. Send a snail mail love note to him at the office, affirming him in his work. I ain't say send it to work. I said send him to send it to the house or whatever. You know what I'm saying? That's dope. Send him a heart. People don't write love letters no more. You know what I'm saying? Send that man a love letter from time to time. Because email is different from handwritten. Because if it's handwritten, that means you thought about it. You know what I'm saying? So do that. Ashley, did you want to add something about that?
I ain't got nothing to add. I got to get a man first before I be able to add. And then
we're gonna imagine you got one. How about that?
Tonight, okay. Yeah. Well,
tonight we'll imagine it. You know what I'm saying?
I would do that for you.
Yes. Tonight you got
see how he feel about that. Yes. Because I think that would light him up. That I send him a love letter at the office.
That's right, in the mail. You know what I'm saying? Because he wouldn't expect that. He ain't got these big and all this stuff.
Put it in that nice brown envelope that look like somebody got some pictures, but it'd be the letter.
Right.
Anyway.
That'll be dope. Because he wouldn't expect that.
Nope.
Especially if you had his office address and he was like, how did she know that? You know, she had to go out of her way to do it. I mean, she had to think and plan. That type of thing.
Snooping. I found it.
They also let him know he better not mess up because you know what he had.
That's why I'm sending in that brown envelope, that thick brown one.
That's right. That's right. Next number. That's it. Number 43. If there's something on his honey-do list at home that he finds overwhelming or has a hard time finding time to talk to him about respectfully and gently about possibly having it hired out. Make sure he knows it's not because you find him incompetent, but that you want to free him up from that burden. That's dope right there. How somebody cut the grass? You know what I'm saying? Let him do what he got to do. Number 44, guess what's back?
Oh, God.
It's in red. Initiate grace says it's in red, just like Jesus said. Number 45, be a student of your husband. Does he feel inspired if he's got all his ducks in a row? if he's got a creative space to think, if he feels verbally affirmed. That's dope. If he's into dressing nice, go with him to shop for clothes in which he feels confident. In other words, if you buy him a bow tie, it should be something that he has say-so in, instead of that $4 for $1 pack that y'all find on Christmas for him. You know what I'm saying? With the shirt and tie set that come together. Don't ever buy that for your man. I'm just telling you.
You don't like the pack? The pack
No,
is
man.
not nice?
The
Not even
pack
if
is
it's from
tacky.
Macy's?
The pack is tacky. Don't do that.
Not even from Macy's.
Not even from Macy's.
Lord have mercy. I guess that's why I ain't got one, because I was buying the pack.
Don't buy that pack. If the tie come with the shirt, leave it on. Hey, leave it on the shelf. Don't do that.
Okay, all right.
Yeah.
I know do's and don'ts now. That's where I missed up. Like
Ray will tell you that. Don't. Ray, tell him don't buy the shirt with the pack in it, man.
No, don't.
Oh, okay.
You ever seen them ties that come in the pack? That tie be so thin, it look like a napkin.
Yeah,
It's
don't.
been finger painted. You know what I'm saying?
No. You don't because no store that's good will even let you do that. They don't come in a pack. Like if you're gonna get the tie from the Armani store, you gotta buy the tie separate, and there's a reason for that.
Correct.
They don't come together.
Learn something new every day.
Hey, if the pants come in there too,
yeah, bro. Like no,
I ain't going
if the pants come in there too, you better make sure you leave that on the shelf too. You know,
run,
It come
leave
with a
it where
whole
you
suit.
found it.
Hey, like he a Build-A-Bear, you know what I'm saying? It come with the little jacket and the little bear shoes.
Right, bro. He gonna put it on. He gonna be looking all sad, trying to pretend to smile for you.
I'm telling you,
talking about
you
like
know what I'm
Martin
saying?
when Gina went got the off-brand when he supposed to have the Jordans.
Oh,
He spent
yeah.
all that money.
Don't buy men off-brand stuff. Just don't do that.
It's a waste of money. He will never wear it, and it'll probably be in the back of the closet. And if he do wear it, it's only going to be on a special occasion when you're watching. I assure you, he will not wear it out of the blue.
Nope.
What did we leave off?
47, please.
47. Let him overhear you speaking well of him on the phone among friends and in public spaces. Basically, do the opposite of what this lady did with Joe.
literally
do the exact opposite of what she did. You know what I'm saying?
I died.
Yeah, your husband should feel like his woman, needs him and loves him and respects him. You know what I'm saying? Especially if you say something good behind his back. Now, there ain't no better feeling than that. It's like, oh man, she on the team for real, for real. I heard her speaking good. In the Bible, we said that's edifying your husband. You know what I'm saying? Edify your wife. Say good things to him, Let's see. Number 48. In his area of weakness, pray about how to subtly and gently step in and help him. Yeah, you'll help him, man. Help him out. 49. Tell him the great dad he is. Be specific. Tell him why he's a great dad, as if he is a dad, or if he's planning on being a dad. Number 50. If and when he messed up, here we go. Respond with kindness and grace and compassion and mercy that God gives us. Respond in a way that communicates you're safe with me, and it's not going to rehash, and you're not going to rehash his failures. This is a secure space or a secure place for you to grow. And I love you, the journey and the journey with you. That's important. Your man got to know he can mess up and you ain't going to leave. You know what I'm saying? I can't tell you how important that is. A lot of times, I remember watching the Seds talking about Mrs. Seds, she gives her husband, room to fail. You know what I'm saying? I think that's important because he can go out there and he can be the man he needs to be because he know his woman ain't going to leave. She's going to be there to support him no matter what. That's what men really want, to be honest.
It's not that part. I think it's that other part. You remember when I was talking on Home with Dad when it was talking about that rehashing?
Yes.
That's the part. That's the part people need to work on. It ain't the safe place because who was it? As prototypes say, there ain't no such thing as a safe place. But if we imagine it, like you told me to imagine I have a man.
That's right.
It's the rehashing part. It's the rehashing part that gets everybody in trouble because that heated argument leads to rehashing sometimes, which I don't understand. Right. It's like sometimes you need to let certain things go. Right. And let that be dead. And we don't know how to do that because that's embedded in its taught.
right,
to rehash it for fight power, level
right.
up, one up you to rehash whatever it was that you failed on. But we can go ahead 51-0.
Yeah, I remember that time when you failed. I knew you wasn't
Okay.
gonna learn from your lessons. You know what I'm saying? That type of thing. Don't do
I
that.
knew it with your big head ass.
Right.
You would have learned from the first time. We wouldn't be in this shape.
Right. Until you do right by me. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, with that claw, you know what I'm saying? That Sealy claw until you do right by me.
Oh my God.
Yeah, don't do that. Don't do that. Let's see. Number 51. Laugh together. That's important, man. Have some dadgum fun. Watch a funny movie. Go see your favorite Christian comedy performer. I ain't never heard no Christian comedies, but whatever floats your boat. You know what I'm saying?
Whatever you got to do.
Whatever you got to do. I'm pretty sure they got some out there. Explore somewhere new. Now, this is important. Try a new coffee shop or a restaurant or tour the next town over together. Sometimes when moments of exploration can kindle some of an excitement in a marriage that often gets lost. Man, do something nice together for the first time. You know what I'm saying? That right there is dope. I don't know what it is about doing something together that's new with your boo that just bonds you guys together. I don't know, Ray, have you ever had a situation like that where you and your chick just went somewhere neither one of y'all went to and didn't know what to expect?
Yeah. No, I mean that's nice.
What happened in that particular situation? You know what I'm saying? What did you experience? How did that make you feel?
I mean, it was cool. Like you're exploring places, like looking up cool little dive bars, like places that you want to go check out, like museums and stuff. It's a good experience. I mean, it's weird with women. Like if you date a woman who's done everything already, it's kind of boring because like the first thing she's going to do is throw it in your face that she's done this already.
Yeah.
So then it's just like, okay, like you're not somebody I want to travel with because you've already been everywhere and you make it a point to keep saying that
right
over and over again. It's like, okay, well, like I'm not suggesting we travel together then. Like,
well, she created that list and she knows that you ain't been there. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
Ain't that right, Ash?
That is
I got my
correct.
list ready to go, you know.
That is correct. I mean, if you create a list of places where you want to go, the thing is the experience with you is going to be different because it ain't with them, or she may not had enough money to go on all those places. Because I know I say I've been here, but I want to go back here and have a different experience.
Right.
Because a lot of time it's the person you with that makes the experience. But if she one of them, oh yeah, I went over there and baby, she can't travel with me either. Sorry, that can't be my home girl.
Right. Oh, you've been to Jamaica. Oh, you've been on one of them rafts. Oh no, you can't go with me to Jamaica.
So you've been on one of them rafts.
You've been on one of the rafts and got shined up. You know what I'm saying? That cocoa butter on your back. You know, no, you can't go with me.
I thought that was clay. Never mind. Wrong raft.
Yeah, we're gonna let the people discover that one on their own on the internet. We're not gonna tell them.
Don't want to get
just know it involved a raft, rattan, a plastic bag, and some cocoa butter. You know what I'm saying? Just look that up on your own. Number 50. Number 52. We already talked about that one.
It's 53. It's 53. My bad.
53. Have creative time together on a date night. After the kids go to bed, and make sure they got some kids, some grandkids, and granddaddies or something looking after them. Grandmama, challenge each other to make something, whether it's a craft or a new recipe. I think that's dope, man, because I don't know if y'all ever been to Sips and Strokes or something like that. Mm-hmm. Those are actually pretty dope things to do together. You know, you get a chance to spend time with each other and all of that good stuff. You know, those are just some of the things that you can do. As you can see, the list to inspire is a lot longer than the list to manipulate.
Mm-hmm.
And as you can see, the conversation that we had on the list to inspire was actually more entertaining than the ones that it was to manipulate. So if y'all understand the blues clues that we putting down, you know what I'm saying? You can get you more of that 1, some more of that 4, some more of that 17.
Oh, Jesus.
Some more of that 32. Some more of that 47. You know what I'm saying? All up and down the list. You know what I mean? Make sure that you put all that work in. But at the end of the day, man, you want to make sure that you you make other people's life better around you. People shouldn't want to be around you and be like, oh, I didn't come this. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So that's my thing. Ashley, did you want to leave us on any words of wisdom today? And also tell the people how they can find you.
Baby, pay attention to your man and don't be out here embarrassing him. You can find me on IG. You can find me here, Humble Dads on Monday nights. Pretty much where I'm invited, where I'm welcome. That's pretty much it. Cause it looked like me and Brother Ray over here, we're gonna be single because we ain't taking y'all bullshit. Just know that we're not taking y'all gotta come with it.
They got to come on with it.
You gotta come on with it.
Man, Ashley, thank you for coming out, man. It has truly been a pleasure. And I'll see you tomorrow on Humble Dad as well, too. We're going to be cutting up over there. When y'all get an opportunity, make sure y'all go over and subscribe to Humble Dad, too. We're doing good things over there, having the real conversations that need to be had over there as well, too. So make sure y'all subscribe. Ray, go ahead and give us some words of wisdom and tell the people how they can find you, man, after the show.
Kindness is free. It's something that you can get for free. Like there's no reason to go through this existence. You're only here for a limited amount of time. Don't be a piece of shit. Like, just don't do it. It's like just such a, like, I don't know how they live longer. It's probably as a punishment. Like, you just end up living forever just being terrible, just existing terribly. Like, it's easy to be nice. Like, we don't, and you'd be surprised if you're just consistently nice to everybody and you treat everyone the same. People reciprocate that shit. It's wild. Doors will open up for you. You'll find out that like racism might not exist in the fashion that you think it does, unless you're a criminal. They're very racist against criminals, but don't be a criminal, and the world is a much better fucking place. So just lead with being nice and respectful. You'll get a lot further in life. It'll be a lot better. I'm willing to bet that like you'll probably end up finding your way into some more money. Like everything's better if you're just semi-decent. That said, it's your boy Reckless Ray De Niro. You can tap in with me at Reckless Ray De Niro on YouTube, Instagram. Basically, you punch that in anywhere, you'll find somebody with my mug on it or something of the like. We got videos posted about 2 times a week, 2 consistent ones. We get short form clips of Guns and Butter, which is a Thursday night show that we do. That's a live stream. And, come over and rock out with us. We're more financial tilted over on my channel. That's what I like to talk about. It's what I'm good at. So that's what we talk about. Every once in a while, we talk about some relationship stuff, and I got to be on people's necks. But, it's what it is. Tap in.
Thank you, Ray. Thank you. Listen, I'm going to wrap everything up with you guys tonight. For those that are in the back, I'm going to go ahead and drop the link in case you guys want to just join us for the after show. We'll be back here cutting up as usual. But I want to thank everybody for coming out. Lady Devoid, thank you for being the best moderator there is on the planet. You know what I'm saying? Also, I want to thank Quiet Storm for being a moderator as well, too. He was in here. I noticed. I didn't want you to think I didn't see you. I want to also say hey to the heads. I saw you guys. I saw y'all in the chat as well. Black Man Unfiltered, thank you guys for coming out. And a whole bunch of other people. There's a lot of people. We had a good time tonight. This is the reason why we do these shows. It's one thing for you to point to a problem. It's another thing to actually solve it. And that's what we want to do over here. We don't want to say, hey, this person don't know what they're doing because they didn't been through this and they didn't been through that. Well, I was just here to tell you, everybody's experience is different and everybody's experience should be respected. So with that being said, I hope we gave you guys some tips on how to navigate this thing we call life. Hope that you don't get manipulated. And also when you do find that special someone, you'll know how to treat them in advance. I'm going to also make sure I drop the link and also for the articles that we have in case you want to read it on your own. And I want to thank everybody for coming out. It has truly been a pleasure. I want to see you guys back next Sunday. And between now and then, if you guys have any topics or anything like that, make sure you leave a comment down below. Make sure you guys hit the subscribe button and make sure you hit the like button on the way out the door. I want to thank you guys for coming out. Sir Hell, if you're watching, we're still thinking about you. Black Man Unfiltered, if you're watching, we're still thinking about you. You know what I'm saying? Making sure we lead from the front. You know what I mean? Making sure we do this thing right. We want to give the internet something else to look at. You know what I mean? Instead of the same old, same old. Ladies and gentlemen, it's truly been a pleasure speaking tonight. I want to thank you guys for coming out to Lost in Translation podcast. You guys have a wonderful evening. Thank you and good night.
Thank you.